Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. It is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. If you'd like to email me, you can do so at gmail.com. American Doofus, all one word, AMERICANDUFUS. Put a dollar sign in front of that, and you can support the show through Cash App. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to be looking at what's going on in Brooklyn Center. This is a current view of what's happening in Brooklyn Center on Wednesday evening. Today, earlier, the police officer, Kim Potter, who was responsible for the death of Dante Wright, earlier today, she was charged with second-degree manslaughter. She is currently being held in jail on a $100,000 bond, and she has a trial date set for tomorrow. Now, I wanted to get these shots up during the day. They come from KARE 11, NBC affiliate, and I wanted everyone to see the aerial shot when they cut to the shot of the helicopter. Again, this is being recorded live in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, and this is the fourth day of social justice action. You can see the fence there. The police department is fenced in. There are about 3,500 National Guardsmen in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, which does include Brooklyn Center. This is a static shot, meaning it's not being moved very often. It's left as a stream shot, and it's my hope that we will cut back to the overhead shot, which they had been going to quite often when I was setting up here. So again, just to recap, this all started Sunday afternoon with a traffic stop. Man driving with an expired tag. The man had a warrant, an outstanding warrant for a failure to appear in court that supposedly he was not aware of because it was mailed to the wrong address. All that being said, during the traffic stop, the man, his name is Dante Wright. He's 20 years old. He was the father. Oh my gosh, that is the head of an actual pig on a pike with a police officer's hat on it. Dante Wright was killed during that traffic stop. He got out of the car, and there were two officers there, a more inexperienced officer, and Kim Potter, 26-year veteran, a training officer, the president of the police union. So it is significant that an arrest was made and that she is in jail. But nonetheless, during that traffic stop, Dante Wright was standing by the side of his car with the door open. He went to get back inside the car, and Officer Potter says she thought she had drew her taser, and actually the camera footage shows her saying taser, taser, taser before shooting one round from her Glock, which is what she actually had in her hand, into the left side of Dante Wright. He fell back into the vehicle and attempted to pull away, or his weight hit the gas pedal. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I don't think anybody is totally yet But anyway, the vehicle pulled away and went about 1 block before crashing into another vehicle. There was a female inside. And you can see things starting to get tense. There is no audio on this feed. So we will watch here for a few short moments. My plan, I did not think they were going to be pressing the fence. It did not look like that was what was going to happen. I thought this might be a relatively quiet night since charges had been brought, and that we would do a recorded version of the American Doofus Show. But as things are looking now, people should always remember, if you put up a fence, yeah, you might keep the people out that you may not want in there, but you might find it a prison as well, and that you cannot get out of the fence you have erected for yourself. I don't know why that came to mind. I guess looking at this throng of people pressing the gates, if this was the case around the entire perimeter of the police station, they would be the ones that would be unable to move. But they have the means to start war, and protesting is a means of releasing anger without destruction, and hopefully that's what it remains tonight. As I said, I thought I was just going to do a relatively short recorded version, and I thought they would, the station would cut back to, they got George Floyd's poster out there now. Thought the station would cut back to the aerial shot, and they haven't done so yet. But I can tell you, just by looking at this view, the crowd has grown significantly in the last 15 minutes. I've been monitoring this shot for about the last 2 hours. And again, I decided I'm going to do a recorded episode. You may not ever see this. This may not air on the American Doofus Show. This may become one of those lost episodes because of going live later, and because of the algorithms. It's all about the number of views and likes and subscribes and comments and all that. So you don't want to have too many videos up at the same time. I tend to forget about that and tend to post based on what's occurring, not on what's going to get me the most pennies. Because I don't know about anybody else, but I don't make enough money on this to do it for anything other than I feel like I'm pressed to do it. I feel like it's an obligation. It's what I'm supposed to be doing at this particular time, for the forces of good, believe it or not. So again, I'm guessing probably 200 people have amassed again in front of the police department in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, in protest of the shooting of Daunte Wright. If you just I'm sorry, I'm trying to see what they're doing at the very front. And again, this is the primary reason I did this was so you could see the overhead shot, to get kind of a lay of the area. But maybe it's getting close to dark in Minnesota and they've put the helicopter away. That was the primary reason of doing this initially, but now they are pressed up against the fence and against the area directly in front of the military vehicle. Young black man is pleading with the person holding the gun in the vehicle. To his direct right is a large, I believe it's called an MRAP vehicle. The overhead shot that they were showing showed snipers. They showed snipers on the roof of the police station, and it gave you an idea of the of how all of this action is impeding on the lives of those in apartment buildings directly across from the police station. You could have gotten a real good idea of that. And okay, now we're going to get a relocation. Again, that's the great thing about monitoring live. All right, I think he's going to get ready to change batteries, possibly. Here we're getting a little look at, you can see Reuters there. And get a look at somewhat of the size of the crowd at the moment. And there's the AMRAP vehicle that I was mentioning earlier. And the man with the gun up in the top. Move me down here to the bottom. I don't know if that matters or not in the actual recording that we're sharing here, but this gives you a much better view. And again, you can see the apartment buildings in the back, and how those residents, how those occupants are impacted by the mass of people. And Special Operations SWAT is, or Special Operations Sheriff, I'm guessing. Yes, Special Operations Sheriff is what it says on the side of the vehicle. But the people in those apartments, yes, they have a ringside seat, but it's not something that they are relishing, especially the fourth night in a row. You can see one of the strip malls back behind that some of the buildings, or some of the businesses were set on fire on Sunday night after this initially happened. Again, tomorrow, Officer Kim Potter goes to court. She is the officer that was responsible for the death of Dante Wright. And I'm assuming as soon as I end this episode, they will show a shot from an aerial shot from the helicopter, because it doesn't look like it's that dark there. But nonetheless, this has gone on a little bit longer than I anticipated. Again, I thought this might be my only episode of the night. And this, folks, you may never see this. This, like I said, this may become a lost episode. I'm going to keep monitoring as we get later. And if things start to accelerate, we'll hop on. Until then, I'm going to say thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I love all of you. Thank you for commenting. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. It doesn't cost you anything. It only benefits the program. So if you enjoy what we're doing, then support us, please. And that includes financially. $, American Doofus, all one word, for the Cash App, and American Doofus, all one word, @gmail.com to get in touch with me. It is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. It is a dark world out there. Try to be a light. Stay alive.